Welcome to my channel, Gadgets for Gentlemen. Today I have a very special unboxing. I ordered a watch here in the Netherlands from a company called watchunique.com. Let's have a closer look. Here we are. This is the Seagull 1963. A Chinese pilot's watch. Seagull is a watch brand which is made in China. Seagull is a watch brand from China. The official name of the manufacturer is Tianjin Seagull Watch Group, which has been around since 1955, and it is the largest manufacturer of mechanical watch movements. What we see here is a tin. It's quite nice. Before we get to unboxing this Chinese pilot's watch, we need to do a watch check. So today I'm wearing a Seiko automatic dress watch on a Hirsch leather strap. This is the Seiko Sharp 033, and I will do a review later. Let's get back to the Seagull 1963. Let's open up the box. Here we go. Here we have the watch. So as we have seen, this is the watch box it came in. I really like it and I will keep it. But there's no paperwork, no warranty or whatsoever. At least no warranty papers. So here we have the Seagull 1963. Let's have a closer look. As you can see, the watch comes on a NATO strap. It looks pretty. I would say it's a bit like olive green, khaki green. And already when we have a closer look here, we can see the watch is beautiful with gold indices and gold numbers for the hours. Let's run over the specs of this watch. I made some notes about this watch, so let me just have a closer look. So this is a watch which was made in China for the Air Force of the People's Liberation Army, so the Chinese Air Force. The watch has a domed or curved acrylic crystal, which we can see here. Gorgeous. The case dimensions are almost 38 millimeter. So that's this part. 37.5 millimeters to be precise. Including the crown, we're dealing with about 40 millimeters. I will have a look at the thickness of the watch. As you can see, it's pretty thick. Therefore, I will undo the watch strap quickly. So what I couldn't find on the website of this watch is the thickness. So I want to measure the thickness. So let's have a closer look. So the thickness of the watch is 14 millimeters, which I think is pretty thick. Also good to know would be the lug to lug distance. So let's have a closer look. Lug to lug distance is about 29 millimeters. So this watch comes on a 18 millimeter watch strap. So if you want to replace the strap, you can look for an alternative NATO strap with a lug width of 18 millimeters. I've already seen photos on the internet of beautiful brown leather straps for this watch. So let's put it back. As you can see, the great beauty of NATO straps is you can easily replace the strap and have a completely new look. So this is a shot of the dial. I failed to mention that we're dealing with a chronograph watch. We have two small dials and a red seconds hand, which will activate when we press these levers for the chronograph. We can see a beautiful crown on this side. This crown we can use to hand wind the watch. So if we want to operate the watch, we need to wind it. If it's fully charged, it has a power reserve of 40 hours, which is quite good. The watch is not made to be a very sportive watch because the water resistance I think is only 30 meters. So I would not take it for a swim. I wouldn't even want this watch to be I don't want this watch to be near the water because it has a water resistance of only 30 meters, I think. When we look at the back, we can see some decoration. 1963 is written here. And this must be some Chinese characters. I ordered this particular case back, a solid one. But you can also buy a case back with an open back, which is very pretty, so that you can see the movement inside. So about the movement, this movement has 21 jewels. The name of the movement is the Seagull caliber ST1901. I think it's a very, very gorgeous watch. And I just want to show you how it works. So let's put back the NATO strap. You can see it's very easy to fit the watch. Let's take off the Seiko. The Seiko dress watch with the automatic movement. Beautiful watch. Keep an eye on my channel because I will do a full review of this watch later. So here we go. Let's take off the plastic. That's better. So I gave the watch a little swipe. And now let's activate the movement. How we do it is we start turning the crown. and what we can hear is a clicking sound. I'm not sure if the microphone will catch this sound. And if you notice here on the left subdial, we can see the seconds hand already running. So the thing with hand winding is when you wind the crown, which is here, you charge the spring, and you need to be careful not to overwind the watch because you could break the spring. So while I wind the watch, I will just feel the resistance the spring gives, and I don't want it to overcharge because I don't want to break the spring. So already now I can feel spring is pretty well charged. It takes more effort now to wind it. So I think that's great for now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press this button, and that will activate the chronograph. While I did press it, I could feel some very strong feedback. And we can see the red seconds hand of the chronograph running. Let's look. Ooh, I finally caught a right angle, because even in these poor light conditions, you can see that the hands of this watch, excluding the seconds hands, are blue. So let's see if we can get it like this. So this hand, this one, and that one, they're painted blue. So I imagine, especially in the sunlight, that must give a very nice sunburst touch to it. So not to irritate you, but you see when I change the angle of the watch, you can have a glimpse at the blue hands. So let's stop the chronograph. And you can hear the clicking sound. It's very firmly. And then when we hit this one, I think we will reset the time. Did you notice that? That was just a split second. And already the minutes, which are here on the right side, there's 30 minutes. So with this watch you can time maximum of 30 minutes. So enough talk, let's put it on the wrist and show you what it looks like. So here we are back in the place. I put the watch on my wrist and it feels excellent. Very, very beautiful. The size is it's pretty small, very vintage, iconic, and very thick thanks to the domed crystal. So once again, we have the Seagull 1963. I think a tremendous pretty watch. I didn't mention the price yet. This watch can be purchased for under $200. And for that kind of money, you're buying yourself into a very vintage mechanical watch, handwinding, chronograph, golden indices, blue hands, red seconds hand, and this red little star or pentagram. I must say it's just pure class. This watch is really, really gorgeous. So please pay attention if you want to order this watch. There's different versions of the same watch. So I bought the one with a 21 jewel movement. There's also a version with a 19 jewel movement. As you saw, I purchased one with a closed case back, so you cannot see the movement of this watch. There's also versions with a open back, but I think the most important aspect is the crystal. So this is a acrylic crystal, in contrast to, for example, a sapphire crystal, which we see here in this Seiko, which is very flat and very, very strong, does not scratch that easily. This one is acrylic, which means it could easily break and scratch, but it's the most authentic version, in my opinion. So I really like this historical watch. So I wanted to buy the version that comes closest to the original, and also with the open case back. It might be a cool gimmick, but I think with a closed case back, the watch looks even tougher. All in all, I must say, I think beautiful, beautiful Chinese aviation piece, under $200. It's not as much a beater watch compared to my Seiko SKX or military watches. It does function some anti-shock movement, and also the crystal might damage easily. So if you take these things into consideration, if you don't take this one as your beater watch, but more as a everyday watch, I think you can be very happy with this watch. And I'm going to try it out the coming days, and if I have the time later, then I will post a full review of this watch, and then I will also include some daytime shots. Please like my channel, Gadgets for Gentlemen. There's plenty of other videos coming. About comment if you have some questions or some remarks. Once again, I apologize about the light conditions. Currently, I don't have the best set to film. I did purchase a external microphone, so I hope you find the sound improved. I will also post some other videos, things that I really enjoy and I would like to share, such as this Waterman fountain pen. But also, for example, I really enjoy these tactical knives and all kinds of everyday gadgets. So I hope you stay tuned and I see you in the next video.